Okay, everyone. So at this point, you should have already taken notes on health insurance and you kind of know a little bit about what co-payments and deductibles are. But now we need to actually learn how to apply this to a math problem. So I'm going to be going through some math problems with you and working them as we go along. So if you want to follow along on a piece of paper and do the math yourself, that would be awesome and it would be really good practice for you. Or you can also pause this and write down these math problems and try to do them yourself and then go back and see if you got them right later, whatever works for you. So the first question is, how much does the health insurance company pay if a person has a $4,000 hospital bill and a $500 deductible? Now in this problem, it doesn't tell us how much the insurance pays as far as percentage wise. So we're going to assume that as long as that person has met their deductible, the hospital bill will be paid in full by the insurance. So if your deductible is $500, that means you must meet at least $500 worth of bills before the insurance will kick in. So we see here that their bill is $4,000, which has met the deductible. So that means that this person is going to owe the hospital $4,000, but they pay for their deductible, which is $500, leaving a total of $3,500 left over. That is how much the health insurance is going to pay. Okay. Number 2 down here is, how much does the insurance company pay if the person has a $4,000 bill, a $500 deductible, and they're on an 80/20 co-insurance plan? So that means on an 80/20 plan that the health insurance is going to cover 80% of the cost and the individual is responsible for 20% of the cost. So the first thing we're going to do again is take $4,000 minus the $500 that person is going to have to pay to get us to the $3,500, just like in the problem before. But this time, the health insurance company is only going to pay for 80% of that. So we need to multiply 3,500 by 0.80 or 80%. So 3,500 times 0.80 is 2,800 to be paid by insurance, and that leaves $700 plus the original $500 from over here, which is going to be paid by the individual. Oh, sorry. I can't do math. That's 1,200. Okay? So we have 2,800 plus the 1,200 gives you the total of 4,000. Another way to look at it is the 2,800 to be paid by the insurance leaves 700 by the individual plus their deductible, meaning they've reached $1,200 total. So remember, on 80/20 plans, 80% is the insurance, 20% is the individual. Next, we have John's employer, who gave him $2,250 bonus to buy this optional medical, dental, and disability insurance. The total cost for the year of the optional insurance is $2,868. So will we have a deficit or excess of flexible bonus money? Well, considering that they only gave him $2,250 and the insurance cost $2,868, that means we're going to have a deficit because the insurance costs more than what they gave him. So 2,868 minus 2,250 means we're going to have $618 deficit. John will have to pay this deficit each month. Okay? The next question says, what amount of money will be reimbursed or deducted from John's bi-monthly paycheck? So because it's a deficit, this is going to be deducted from his check. Okay? If he had been given more money that covered the cost of the insurance plus a little extra, then he would have had an excess and he would have been reimbursed some money. But instead, we have a deficit. So this is going to be deducted from his check. Now, he gets paid bi-monthly, meaning he gets paid 2 times per month. So what amount of money will be reimbursed or deducted from John's bi-monthly paycheck? Well, this is based on yearly. If he gets paid twice a month for the whole year, then that is 12 months times 2 paychecks per month, equaling 24 paychecks. If we take our total cost of $618 and divide that by 24 paychecks, then that means John will be deducted $25.75 per check to cover the cost of his insurance. Next, how much does the health insurance pay if a person has a $7,800 hospital bill and a $1,500 deductible? So I'm going to go ahead and you can pause right here and try to do this one on your own. When you're ready, unpause it. The first question you have to ask yourself is, did this person meet their deductible? Because remember, they have to have spent more than their deductible in order to even have the health insurance start paying. The hospital bill was $7,800. Their deductible was $1,500. So that means, yes, they did meet their deductible and the health insurance is going to pay. The other thing we have to look at is what type of plan are they on? It doesn't tell us in the problem, so we're going to assume that whatever is left over after the deductible means that this person's health insurance will pay 100%. So we take $7,800 and we subtract the $1,500 deductible that the patient pays, and this is how much we have left that the health insurance is going to pay. And that would be $6,300 to be paid by insurance. Now we're looking at an individual who has a hospital bill of $5,300, a $300 deductible, and they're on an 80/20 plan again. So we've already done one very similar to this. So if you want to pause here and try to do it on your own, go ahead and do that. Again, first question is, did they meet their deductible? The answer is yes. So we have $5,300 minus the $300 the patient will pay. This gives us $5,000. But remember, they're on an 80/20 plan. So that means that only 80% is going to be covered by the health insurance. So we have to multiply our $5,000 by 80%, and that gives us $4,000 to be paid by the insurance. Now, if you do the math, you'll notice that $5,300 minus the $300 they already paid for having a hard time typing, leaves you $5,000. If you take away the $4,000 that the insurance is paying from that, then we still have $1,000 left over. Who pays for that? In this case, that would be the 20% that the patient is going to pay. So in total, the patient will pay their $1,000 plus their $300, which will be $1,300, and the insurance will pay the other $4,000. And then the last problem we're looking at today is similar to number 3. Your employer gave you a bonus of $3,333 to buy your optional medical, dental, and group life insurance, accidental death, and disability. The total cost for the year is $2,868. Do you have a deficit or do you have an excess? So we can see here that the cost of the insurance was only $2,868, but you were given $333. So that means we are going to have an excess. You're going to have money left over. So what is $3,333 minus $2,868? That is $465 excess or leftover. What amount of money will be reimbursed or deducted from your monthly paycheck? So if you get paid for 12 months, once per month, then that means you're going to get 12 paychecks. So we take our total reimbursement of $465 and divide it by 12 months, and that will give us $38.75 per check until you have received all $465 of excess money. Okay, so that is everything for health insurance math. Hopefully you found that helpful and you're able to work through some of those problems on your own. Go ahead and keep working on your assignments for the rest of today. If you have any questions about your project or about any of these math problems, please feel free to reach out to me and have a great day. Bye, guys.